You know, Amazon is moving up its Prime Day sales promotion to start on Monday, June 21st this year. Courtney Reagan joins us. She's got more of some expectations for this e-commerce mega event.
That's absolutely right, Becky. So Monday at 3 a.m. Eastern time is when Amazon kicks off its 7th, and as you point out, the earliest Prime Day yet. It's only 8 months also since the last Prime Day. That was held in October, delayed from the summer because of COVID. The date shift into the third week of June definitely does put Prime Day in Amazon's second quarter. And that was a quarter last year that saw sales surge as COVID-19 raged and consumers turned to online shopping more than ever before. Typically, Prime Day falls in the third quarter. Now, Amazon never discloses the exact financials of mega sales days like Prime Day or Cyber Monday, but eMarketer forecasts its worldwide sales will grow 19% to $11.8 billion this year over the 48-hour event.
You didn't just shop on Amazon, you got trapped by it. And yeah, I didn't really notice it either at first. That brown box on your doorstep starts feeling like nothing. Normal. Routine. Fast shipping, free returns, Prime perks that somehow make every other store feel like it's stuck in 2009. I used to think, yeah, okay, this is just good business. What the hell, right? But the deeper I looked into it, the more it stopped feeling like convenience and started feeling like design. Not for ease, for retention, a trap. In 2023, the Federal Trade Commission accused Amazon of building a system that keeps millions of users locked in. Not with force, but with friction, confusion, and behavioral tricks so subtle you don't even realize you're being guided. Canceling feels harder than staying. Leaving feels like punishment. This wasn't an accident, it was engineered. And hey, the messed up part, bro. We all just stayed. If you want to see how the world's most convenient platform became a silent scam, and why it's starting to crack, hit like and subscribe, and let's decode it together here on Money Decoded. Prime is Amazon's subscription program. On the surface, it looks simple. You pay a yearly or monthly fee, and in return you get faster shipping, access to Prime Video, exclusive deals, and a bundle of other perks designed to make shopping easier and entertainment more convenient. That's the official version. But once you actually step inside it, Prime stops behaving like a normal subscription and starts behaving like something else entirely. Because the real shift happens after you pay. You stop thinking of it as, do I need this product? And start thinking, am I using my Prime enough to justify what I already paid? And that one mental switch changes everything. And yeah, nothing screams smart consumer behavior like buying things just to feel financially responsible. Now, spending isn't just spending anymore, it becomes recovery. You start trying to get your money back through usage, which quietly pushes you to order more often, choose Amazon over other stores, and prioritize convenience even when it's not the best option. That's where the loop begins. And honestly, at some point you're not shopping anymore. You're just doing math in your head while adding things to cart, like it's some kind of emotional accounting side quest. You pay up front. You feel pressure to extract value. You increase usage. You buy more. And over time, you don't even notice the pattern forming. You just feel like Amazon is where you usually shop. And hey is a funny way of saying you got gently trained without anyone needing to raise their voice or anything. And here's what most people don't realize. Prime doesn't need to save you money to work. It just needs to change how you evaluate spending decisions. Because once you've paid, comparison shopping starts to feel like effort, wasted against a cost you've already committed to. That's where behavioral economics kicks in. Sunk cost fallacy, loss aversion, and habit reinforcement all quietly layered into one system. And I'll be honest, I've definitely added random items just to make Prime worth it. Like, I was somehow running Amazon's internal ROI department in my head. Spoiler, I wasn't. I was just spending more money with confidence. That's the weird part. It doesn't feel like overspending. It feels like optimization, and that's the real trick. Prime doesn't feel like a subscription you use. It slowly becomes a system you operate inside. Now, you open Amazon, then it feels like freedom. Hell yeah. Thousands of results, endless competition, infinite choice. That's the illusion. And I know we've all had that moment like, yeah, I'm about to find the best deal of my life. And then 45 minutes later, you're comparing two identical phone chargers like it's life or death. But here's what's actually happening underneath it. You are not browsing a neutral marketplace. You are inside a ranking system designed to maximize conversion probability. Yeah, not shopping, more like guided decision-making with extra steps. The top results are not objectively the best products. They are the most optimized listings based on ad spend, behavioral data, historical click patterns, and conversion rates. Sponsored listings blend into organic results. Recommendations blend into search. Everything is designed to guide attention toward what you are most likely to click, not what is objectively best. Basically, it's not what do you want, it's what are you statistically likely to tap while half distracted. So what feels like choice is actually structured exposure. You are not deciding freely between equal options. You are selecting from a pre-filtered set of outcomes shaped by algorithms trained on your behavior and millions of people like you. And honestly, kinda rude when you think about it. Like, bro, I thought I was in control. Turns out I'm just predictable data with a wallet. And that changes the entire meaning of shopping, because the system doesn't care what's best for you. It cares what you are most likely to buy quickly. And once you notice that, something strange happens. The best product often isn't the highest quality or even the best reviewed. It's just the most algorithmically persuasive listing. And I'll be real, there's something slightly uncomfortable about realizing your decision wasn't really a decision. It was just you responding to which product image title and price format your brain trusted first at the exact moment you were tired enough to stop comparing. Yeah, that add to cart at 2:47 a.m. energy is not exactly peak rational thinking. That's not retail anymore. That's behavioral steering disguised as selection. Everything on Amazon feels like a deal even when it isn't. Discounts are constant. Original prices are crossed out. Limited time offers appear everywhere. Bundles make comparisons harder. And urgency language quietly pushes decisions forward. Your brain interprets this as opportunity. But opportunity compared to what? That's the key distortion. The system doesn't just sell products. It actively destabilizes your internal reference point for value. When you see a $25 item next to a fake $60 reference price, your brain doesn't evaluate actual worth. It reacts to perceived savings. That means you are not judging the product. You are reacting to a constructed comparison environment. And the more you experience this, the harder it becomes to estimate real-world pricing outside the platform. Everything starts feeling either cheap or overpriced with almost no stable middle ground. That's conditioning through repetition. And here's the funny part. I've definitely looked at a 70% off tag like I just discovered some hidden financial cheat code. Like, yeah, bro, I'm basically Warren Buffett now because I saved $18 on something I didn't need. Meanwhile, the system literally engineered that feeling from the start. You're not reacting to price. You're reacting to controlled perception of price. And once your internal scale breaks, every purchase becomes either an emotional win or a missed opportunity. Nothing neutral anymore. Now try leaving. Not in theory. Actually try canceling Prime. What you'll notice is not that it's impossible. Nothing is locked. Nothing is technically forbidden. Everything is available. But it is not psychologically simple. The cancellation process introduces steps, confirmations, reminders of what you will lose, and repeated friction points that slow the decision down. Shipping benefits disappear, streaming access disappears, faster delivery disappears, and suddenly you are not canceling a subscription anymore. You are evaluating the removal of an entire lifestyle layer. That's the key design difference. Joining is instantaneous. Leaving is structured resistance. And that imbalance changes behavior. Because even if you can leave, the cognitive cost of leaving becomes heavier than the benefit of staying. So most people don't leave, not because they can't, because the mental friction outweighs the reward in the moment. And that's where the system stabilizes itself. It doesn't need to block exits, it just needs to make exits feel slightly more exhausting than continuation. And I'll be honest, I've absolutely clicked continue membership just because I didn't want to mentally process everything I would lose in that moment. Like, yeah, let me just avoid emotional paperwork real quick and pretend I made a smart decision. That's not laziness. That's friction design doing exactly what it was built to do. Amazon doesn't just observe behavior, it learns from it. Every click is a signal. Every purchase is confirmation. Every hesitation is data. And over time, that data becomes predictive modeling that shapes what you see next. You are not just using the system, you are training it continuously. And here's where it gets interesting. The system doesn't wait for you to decide what you want. It begins predicting it before the decision fully forms. Recommendations are not random suggestions. They are probability-based forecasts of what you are most likely to engage with next. So gradually, your experience becomes less about exploration and more about confirmation. You stop discovering new things. You start seeing variations of things you already behave toward. And then comes that strange moment when something shows up and you think, how did they know I needed this? The answer isn't intuition, it's pattern recognition trained on billions of behaviors. And the uncomfortable part is not that it predicts you. It's that it predicts you well enough that resistance starts feeling unnecessary. You stop choosing between unknowns. You start selecting from pre-shaped versions of your own behavior, which is honestly kind of scary when you realize your free choice starts feeling like autocomplete for your wallet. Amazon's real product was never shipping, retail, or convenience. It was behavioral normalization. Not control in a dramatic sense, not manipulation in a theatrical sense, but something far more subtle. The gradual shaping of what feels normal. Because once behavior becomes predictable, it becomes scalable. And once it becomes scalable, it becomes profitable. The system doesn't force you to stay. It makes staying feel identical to living normally. No pressure, no visible manipulation, just default behavior reinforced over time until it stops feeling like a choice at all. And that's what makes it powerful. Because you don't feel trapped inside it, you just feel like this is how shopping works now. That might be the most successful behavioral redesign in modern commerce. Not by forcing you into it, but by slowly removing every reason you would ever stop and question it. So did Amazon scam us? Legally, that's not the point of this story. Behaviorally, something more interesting already happened. It didn't take your money, it optimized the conditions under which you give it willingly. And the hardest part is this, even knowing all of it, most of us will still use it, because systems like this don't break when you understand them. They only break when you stop participating. And that's the part nobody likes to admit. And yeah, we all kind of nodded just now like, damn, and we'll still open Amazon later anyway. No judgment. I'm included in that too. We all have that one thing sitting in the background doing nothing except quietly taking money. If you stopped everything for a second, what's something you're paying for every month that you've fully outgrown, but just never got around to turning off? So what's yours? Thanks for watching, seriously. If you're vibing with these deep dives, you're already in the circle. So go ahead, hit subscribe and smash that button if you're really into this kind of breakdown. I'll catch you in the next one.